Holy geek, it's Thursday! Geeks of the Week. Steph, let's set the record straight. That was not me dancing. That was Boba Fett. I mean, you could take me, but there's no way you take Fett. Unless you dress like a Vulcan. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's gonna be a thing, isn't it? Trek versus War, stance off. You did ask us what crazy or ridiculous thing we do for a hobby. I've been playing League of Legends on the trackpad. So by the time I'm finished, my hand's doing this arthritis carpal tunnel thing. That plus years of button smashing has really messed up my hand. It's why I stopped playing certain games. Lulu, I found your reaction to Steph's gift priceless. I like that it was basically the same as mine in that Steph wraps amazing gifts and you didn't even want to open the packaging. I had to skip over the Sherlock portion of your video because I'm not caught up yet. I'm uber happy that you had a better time at LA than last year and that you were recognized. And I promise I will cut a piece of little Tokyo out for you and send it to you. Or name something there after you, like a bike rack. Nikki, yes! Adult pulpit. That's seriously a brilliant idea. It reminds me of Sir Patrick Stewart's Twitter's default pic, where he's immersed in balls. That doesn't sound right. And yes! Reservoir Dogs, Geeks of the Week style. That movie has one of the best openings of all time. Shout out to one of our viewers, Death8883, for suggesting the idea. Okay, so I have to mention the Game of Thrones trailer, which has already broken the record for all trailers ever. Okay, not really, but it will. I have no thoughts on it other than I want more Game of Thrones, please. It's time to discuss the geek's favorite child Marvel movies. It was announced this week that Michael Douglas is going to be in Ant-Man. He's playing Hank Pym, which means Paul Rudd is playing Scott Lang. That's awesome. Michael Douglas is an amazing freaking actor. He's playing Pym, which is perfect because Pym is an ass, dick hat wearing bastard. And I can really see him putting that into the role, which frees Paul Rudd to play the funner, cooler Scott Lang. This movie might actually make people care about Ant-Man. Seriously, Marvel does all the right moves. Sometimes I feel DC sees that and decides, we're going to do the opposite and do everything wrong. And they need to stop that. Not to be too hard on DC, there was some cool news. Warner Brothers announced that the Batman Adam West television series, or what it's called today, Batman 66, is finally coming out on DVD. And it's about time. The show was very campy, but it was the introduction to superheroes for a lot of people. It is part of Batman history, even if you don't want it to be. I'll catch reruns and I'll laugh at the ridiculous things that are happening, like the time a cop tried to give the Batmobile a parking ticket. Like, are you serious right now? Are you being for real? You know, when it comes out, I hope a new generation discovers it. Do people even wear watches anymore? It's time for the comic book reviews. From me, the best comic review in the world. Yes! I'm gonna kick things off with Rebllion issue 4, written by Brian Buccellato, art by Scott Pepper. And the Crime Syndicate has placed a bounty on the rogues because they refused membership. Like any overbearing douchebag at the club, they do not handle rejection well. I have always loved the motive behind the rogues. They're not looking to take over the world or kill the Flash. They're just criminals looking for a score. There's a flaw and a redeemable quality in each of them that makes you want to root for them, yet at the same time hate yourself for doing so. So yeah, there's none of that in this. It's watered down. It's a bad summer action movie. Don't buy it. I rated 2.5 out of 5. Next, Superman and Wonder Woman issue 4, written by Charles Soule and art by Tony Daniels. And in this issue, Superman is questioning General Zod about the whole making people kneel thing. I mean, will a curtsy do a bow? After that, Zod makes his play for the Phantom Zone. My expectations for this series was very low, so I'm pleasantly surprised that it's quickly becoming one of my favorite comics. It's easy to follow, even if you haven't been reading the Superman and Wonder Woman titles. They give you enough backstory on each of them to know what's going on. I really love how Superman is portrayed here. Since the start of the New 52, nobody's really done the character justice, but Soul is getting him just right. This is a comic I'm starting to look forward to each and every month. I check when it comes out, and I rate this issue 4 out of 5. Finally, All New-Xmen issue 21, written by Brian Michael Bendis and art by Brandon Peterson. And the Purifiers have captured X-23 and the original X-Men, who are in the blah, 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 blah. I hate this premise. The first 4 pages were really cool. It had a flashback to God Love Man Kills with similar artwork, which was a nice touch, but that was the only highlight. The concept of this series is just played out. Even the villains are pointing out that the original X-Men being here in the present is going to create a paradox. But my biggest beef with this issue is how Bendis is portraying Laura or X-23. I get that she went through a thing in the Avengers Arena, but let me explain something to you. That's not even on the top 10 worst things she's been through or done. She's many things. She's strong, a survivor. Sometimes she has a psychotic look in her eye, but a sadness to it that makes you just want to hug her. The thing she isn't is a sobbing crybaby. I'm at my wit's end with this series, and I rate this issue 2 out of 5. So that's it for me. Remember to subscribe to us. Why aren't you subscribing, guys? I know you're watching. Like us on Facebook. Check out the other more awesome geeks, and fare thee well.